All right, you're going to learn a lot here, but not about databases, but how to use Supabase's AI to just speak about your business reporting goals and let it make the queries for you. So hang in there. It's not going to be database scary stuff. What you're also going to learn is how to use their dashboard to make dynamic reports so you're not having to run this every day. You're going to then learn how to connect it to Nano Banana so you can make some great imagery of your charts and just automate the reports so every week it can go to your Slack, go to email, go to Notion in this case, so that you can get that report to the team or leadership without running it every Friday or every day. Supabase is the sponsor. I really want you to see that the database doesn't have to be scary. And with the AI they put in there and the user interface they give you, you can get the business reporting done that you need on your own. All right, good luck. All right, so let's jump in. The first thing I want to do is start with the AI part of this, as we talked about in the intro. So we're going to open up the AI area. And again, what is the difference here is that this AI is specifically focused on Supabase and your data. So it's going to go really well here versus pulling it into ChatGPT or Claude. You'll just get to do more right here with your data. So this is very important. And Supabase does a good job of making this part of the app. So you don't need to know databases. You just need to know your business goals. So with that in mind, we're going to take a prompt I made. Now, I don't know KPIs. This is something a customer gave me. But that prompt is not a database query. It's just a way of saying, help me get my business report out of this table. So I'm just going to run it. And it got the information. Now, that query I had to run, I don't need to read the query. I know it's not going to delete anything. If it's going to delete, it's going to warn you. So don't worry about that. Here we are, we have our results. Just like that, I go from AI chatting with it to say, here's a report I need for the team. Help me get it from this data. It knows your tables, it knows your schema. Schema is just a way of saying how the tables are. And it builds the report for you. And you could go back and forth with this. Now, it's asking, do I want a CSV output? And I don't, because I want to go beyond that. I want to not have to come here every week, get a CSV or every day and give it to the team, give it to management. I want to just make this stuff be more dynamic. And that's the next step. How do we make this something that happens automatically and then eventually generates the report and sends it automatically? That's the third step. So now let's build the report that's dynamic in the next step. All right, so I'm going to go over here to observability. Now this doesn't say report. It's very tricky to figure out that's even there. But what we're going to do is create a new custom report. And we're just going to call this KPI weekly. And I'll put my name there so if there was a team here, we would know whose report this is. And at that point, I'm going to take the report I made earlier. I'm going to go copy that. And then I'm going to go make my first report. I'm going to copy a snippet. Now, I've made a whole bunch of them. Let's make one right now. I'm going to paste that in there, save it as a snippet. And I'm going to call this KPI. And we're going to see why in a moment. Give it better names. I'm just doing this because I'm showing you in a video. But now I can add that first chart. Now, ignore this. This is not for our SQL blocks. And we're going to add our snippet, which is that one. And I could leave it as a table. But now what's important here is when I come back to this, if any data changes in our database, it will show up here as new data. So if we add a new task or complete a new task, it will show here. This is live data. Now on that note, I want more than just one block. So I want to add another snippet, but I can't re-click that snippet. What I'm going to do is add a block and I'll make a new snippet and we'll paste the same snippet in there of SQL and we'll call it whatever we need, right? And give it a name that makes sense to your report, KPI, chart, and whatever makes sense there. So in this case, I could say use this one, but instead of a table, which is nice, I'm going to say I want a chart with assigned to and then the y-axis completed late. And then we get that particular chart. Now I could drag this down here and make it wider, whatever makes sense to me to then come here every day or week and get a quick summary of what's going on, live data. It's running the query every time I come here. And so I just want to show how you can do that to get away from the CSV exports to come here and do that with the data live. Now, the next section is a little bit more complex, but we're going to end up with an automatic report that will show up every Friday for the team in the Notion report area. So let's go look at that. And it's a little step up in our understanding, but it's going to be fairly straightforward. All right, let's go look at that. All right, so this is the hardest part of this, but you've already learned how to do a lot without knowing SQL queries. So in this case, I'm going to make what they call a view, and that's going to be something I can use over and over again as a table report that I'm going to feed into our automation system. So the automation system is going to say, hey, every Friday, I'm going to go get data from the system and post it to a Notion note. And I'm going to run this in a moment. So we're going to add our view here. Now a view, I'm just going to paste this here, is me saying I want to do something with this data. I want a report. But I want this report to be a view, which is basically a table that will represent, oops, wrong window. One moment, and there we go. The view will represent a query, but instead of me running that every time I come to this page, I want it to always be there and be usable by me or the reporting area or this external system, okay? So when I run this, it made a view here. Just a nice table, very much. So I had to do this for a customer because they needed this complex report, and I needed to pull that into a different UI. And I had to show them how they could do this. So here we have this report that I'm going to then feed into Zapier. So when we play this Zap, so it's going to go to our database, which we just made this new view. It's going to query that and get a bunch of that data. Nothing we have to worry about. It's just a bunch of that data that we wanted from that table. And then it's going to go get a image. It's going to take a prompt and give it to an image system called Nano Banana. And then it's going to give it to the AI system to produce a report and write that to Notion. So by the time we're done, we get a weekly report of that nice chart and, of course, some summary data above. And so right away, we can say to the team or to leadership, here's what's going on, here's the numbers. Now, these numbers, I haven't tweaked this prompt and reviewed it since doing the video, but there was a moment where the numbers were off, and I had to go do a few prompts to get the numbers right and then have a check system in here. So you can get this to be 100% accurate every time, so don't worry about that. But you can see how we can generate this report. It could go to Slack, it could go to Notion, it could go to whatever kind of system you have in place. But that view gets used, not that we couldn't run the query there, I just wanted to keep the complexity down. The query became more simple, less data-oriented, and I could reuse it again and again. So that's how you make a view. All right, so hopefully if you made it this far, you're convinced that the database doesn't have to be that scary, that you can get what you need out of it, and that hopefully you can see Supabase is working hard to make the user interface and the AI usable for you, the non-database expert type person. So hopefully you got that message. Hopefully you also enjoyed the imagery, because I think that's pretty cool what we can do with that Nano Banana tool. All right, there's a sponsor link below. Click that, please, to let them know that you saw and learned and enjoyed the video, and subscribe and just help out support the channel that way. All right, thank you.